So currently, there's a bill that is at the House of Reps in Nigeria. Now, this bill was introduced by the House of Reps, and it has a fancy title, but basically what it's talking about is that there should be an age limit for persons who are contesting for either presidency or governorship in Nigeria. So this age limit they brought forth is 60. So they said that people who are 60 or below should be able to contest for presidency or governorship in Nigeria. However, if you are above, you can't be able to contest. Now, this bill just passed the second reading at the House of Reps. Now, in case you're not familiar with the Nigerian legislative system, there are a few stages a bill has to go through before it eventually becomes a law. Now, the first stage is the first reading, then there's the second reading, and then there's the committee stage, there's the report stage, then there's the third reading, then there's the harmonization, where both House of Congress comes together to agree on the bill, and then it can proceed to the president for assent or veto. So now, this particular bill just passed the second reading on Thursday, which was yesterday. Now, what this means is it can well become a law. For it to even pass the second reading means they are serious with it. That's why it has passed the second reading. Now you have to go into the report, the committee stage, after which anything can happen. So I just thought, let's really talk about this bill because I noticed that people are not really talking about it a lot. And it's a very significant bill because, firstly, let's look at the past election that just we had in Nigeria, 2023. Now we had three major presidential candidates. President Tinubu, who eventually won from APC. Then we'll have Atiku for PDP and Peter Obi for LP. If this bill should become a law, there are three automatically disqualified from contesting in the upcoming election 2027. Even President Tinubu himself will not be able to contest, assuming he himself was to assent to this bill. So that's the place where I have a doubt that he will, because he cannot, I don't know, unless there's something he's up to that we don't know, or maybe he has a strategy, and we call him the strategist. So otherwise, I don't see how he'll be able to assent to a bill that eventually say he cannot run for election again 2027. So that's basically the implication of this bill. And aside from these three major persons, there are also some heavyweight political persons in Nigeria who will automatically be unable to contest for the 2027 presidential election, assuming this bill were to become law. Now, some of those persons are, firstly, we have Rotimi Amechi, who was the first runner-up from APC. After Tinubu, it was Rotimi Amechi when they did their primaries. Now, Rotimi Amechi is currently 59 years old, which means that by 2027, he will not be able to contest. And then we have Nyesom Wike. Nyesom Wike is actually 57 years old. So by 2027, Nyesom Wike will be able to contest. So from PDP, Nyesom Wike will be eligible to contest 2027 election. But then we have Yemi Osibanjo, who was the third runner-up from APC from the 2023 election. He will not be able to contest. He's currently 60, he's already above 60 years. Then we have the candidate from NNPP party, which is Kwakwanso. He's already 68, so he won't be able to contest. Now, our current vice president, Kashim Shettima, is 58 years old, but his own is interesting. He can actually contest, to be honest. And why is that? By 2nd of September, he will be 59 years old, which means that 2026, 2nd of September, he will be 60 years old. But then 2027, which is the election, he will still be 60 years old by the time the election is conducted, which is usually between February and March. So he will actually be able to contest. So my best guess is come 2027, from APC we'll have Kashim Shettima as the head of the candidate of the party, and then we'll have Nyesom Wike as the candidate of PDP. So what is your take on this? Do you think this bill should become a law? I know in Nigeria we've always been talking about how the youth need to step up and they should actually start to participate in political affairs. And so this bill will actually go a long way to encouraging more youth into the political arena. But then again, we have to understand that with age comes experience. And so I, for one, am not a proponent of the fact that the young people need to do that. I believe that power should be taken, it shouldn't be given. You have to earn power. So if you are relying on a particular bill to make you powerful or anything. I don't know. I mean, we all have our opinion, but I just believe that, for example, we have some, okay, let's look at US for example. We have President Trump there. He's currently over almost 79 years if I'm mistaken, and he's doing well. And all across, all across the world, we have presidents who are over the age of 60 who are doing well. And we also have those who are below the age of 60 who are doing well. So I don't necessarily know. What do you think? What's your opinion? Do you think that this particular bill should become law? Do you think we should start clamoring, make the sign and make it become law? So that all these old persons will just move ahead, or do you think that they should actually take it step by step and see how it goes? I don't know. Just tell me what you think in the comment section.